Good evening and welcome to Guinness World Records Prime Time. Most of us are familiar with the image of a swashbuckling hero battling sword to sword with an evil villain. The record attempt you're about to witness now involves two men who are also going sword to sword. A Guinness record and their lives hang in the balance. Let's go to Mark Thompson.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Tehran, Iran, Ali and Masoud Banbar.
Look at the strength on one arm.
Ali's head perfectly steady, and Masoud's arm
Showing tremendous strength. Masoud weighs 150 pounds, and the steadiness required for this head-to-head maneuver is enormous.
tremendous focus, tremendous concentration.
No other acrobatic duo balances head-to-head the way you're seeing it now. Remarkable. Both performers need tremendous focus and steadiness. Now, Masoud is folding his legs over, so precariously balanced to think any slight movement would send him over.
All of this must take a great deal of skill and training, and I'm told that you began doing this in your native Iran.
Oh, yes. This started with my grandfather and passed on to my dad. My dad was a gymnast at the age of 5 and turned professional at the age of 12 with his cousin.
The stamina and the muscle power is a huge part of what you do, right?
And flexibility, most of all. I usually do a lot of stretching and yoga. That's what I do, to fold in half while standing on my head.
Well, these two are going to need every ounce of strength that they can muster tonight. Tell everyone the record that you're going to be attempting this evening.
We are going to attempt 2 daggers pointing together, and we are trying to do at least 20 seconds.
Let's show everybody what we're talking about, because when you say dagger to dagger pointed together, Ali's going to attempt to balance his brother Masoud over his head using these 2 14.5-inch steel swords, tip to tip. Now, the edge of the sword is only 3/8 of an inch in diameter, and the only support will be this tiny connection point, smaller than a thimble. If there's a slight shift in weight by either brother, the swords will slip, and they could cause impalement or worse. Now, we have emergency medical technicians standing by in the event anything goes wrong. And in fact, you two have had a close brush with disaster doing just this maneuver. Now, Masoud, what's the most difficult part of this record attempt?
The difficult part is I have to hold my jaw locked up. Otherwise, if I open my jaw, it's going to rip my jaw off and cut myself with a knife coming down. Who knows, I might get killed or anything could happen.
What is your greatest fear when you're balancing your brother there on that sword?
The responsibility, actually, to hold him up there. He's my baby brother. I love him too, so I don't want to be the guy who dropped him.
Here's how it works. Ali will balance Masoud's body over his head, sword tip to sword tip. The clock will begin the moment their hands separate. To establish a Guinness record, they must hold their balance for a minimum of 5 seconds. Obviously, this is extremely dangerous. These men are trained professionals. You should never attempt this or anything like this at home. We're going to ask our audience additionally to try to be as quiet as possible while all of this is going on. This requires concentration. Ali, Masoud, the stage is yours. Be careful.
All the strength that we saw in those prior maneuvers will be needed now with the addition of tremendous danger. The clock starts now. Five seconds. 7. Tremendous jaw strength required, as well as the balance and focus needed. 15 seconds. 20. It's teetering. It looks as though Masoud is teetering on top. 25 seconds. That's it.
It looked so clean. It looked as though there was never a moment of hesitation.
There is a lot of intensity. There is a lot of balancing going on, but it felt smooth.
I got a rush out of it. I got a rush out of it.
You got a Ali Masoud, the official sword-to-sword balancing time, an astonishing 29 seconds.
If that wasn't enough, the Bandaz brothers have promised us another breathtaking record attempt for a future show. Very cool. We'll be right back.